Good morning, guys. Good morning. Happy day. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So, what better place to be than here with me? Hope we're ready to get this day started. I know I am. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be the most amazing that you do that, because that is free. If they don't want to watch the YouTube channel, listen to the podcast, they have the books, we have the movies, we have all the things. Good morning, Miss Rivera. How you doing? So we are here and ready for today. So good morning, good morning. So we have our so this morning in our cup we have a slice of lime. So this is lime and warm water. That's it. It's a good detoxer first thing in the morning. So good morning, Laura, Sister Rise mugs. You can grab you one. I'll post it here. If you would like one, you can still grab you one. If you would like a Sister Rise bag, you can grab one of those too. And that's the link for both of them. All right. So we've done the introduction. Hope you enjoyed the show yesterday. Let's go into today. Good morning. If you share the show, please tag me so I can properly tell you thank you. Because sometimes I can't see that somebody shared for almost 2 or 3 days. It just takes a while for it to show up. So I have a couple of quotes. I have maybe 2 quotes for you because they go hand in hand. So the first, so early in this last week, we talked about, so if you would like this Sister Rise book, if you would like the Sister Rise workbook that they work through, I'll post a link for that. But I'm going to read where we started last week. Respectfully, we must stand at the gate and ask ourselves to begin this new journey. Respectfully, we must stand at the gate and ask ourselves to begin this new journey. Okay? You're standing at the gate, you're ready to get started, and you're honoring yourself with your growth, right? This is essentially what we're doing. We're expanding your beliefs about what is available to you in all areas of your life. As we stand at this gate, we acknowledge that we're about to begin a journey. Whatever it is for you, we are expanding your beliefs about what is available to you in all areas of your life. That's essentially what we're doing. Here's the second quote. You affect your subconscious mind by your verbal repetition. And that's by W. Clement Stone, meaning whatever you think, whatever you say over and over and over is what affects your mind the most. So be mindful of what you say. And it's hard to feel good when you spent so much of your life feeling bad. This is a realization for me. It's hard for some people not to complain, not to see the good in anything, because they spent the majority of their life feeling bad, looking at the negative and things not working. So it's hard to keep feeling good sometimes. It's hard to keep saying, I'm going to try. It's hard to keep saying, but I'm different now. It's hard because the majority of the time has been spent in a negative space. So you've got to be gentle with yourself. And I have to be gentle with them and be in a non-judgmental space because I haven't been in that. I've been in a bad space and I've been in it for a long time. But I also understand the journey of coming out. There may be some who don't want to understand that journey of coming out. Okay. Which brings me to the thought of the day. And here it is. I sat with my anger long enough until she told me her real name was grief. I sat with my anger long enough until she told me her real name was grief. So some of us are angry at life. We're angry at all the things. We're angry about how people have treated us. We're angry about where we came from. We're angry about how we grew up. We're angry about a lot of things. And we put on a mad face every day and say, I am mad as hell about this. I'm angry about this. When if you sit with your anger long enough, meaning if you look at this anger and say, where is it really coming from? So I'm mad about this thing. But why am I mad? Well, let me look at it. They hurt me. And then you start to break it down into little pieces. Yeah, I'm sorry, Michael. I hope you find your trailer. So if we're angry about a thing, if we sit with it long enough, we'll realize it's grief. So if you were angry with how you grew up, how your parents raised you, how your relationships went, how your marriages went, if you're angry at friendships, careers that didn't go your way, if we're still with it and really look at it, it is really grief. We are sad, not angry. We are emotional, not mad. Because we have yet to find the words to articulate that grief, the easiest thing to say is, I'm mad. Take a little kid, for instance. If you hurt their feelings or say something mean to them, maybe they can't articulate it really well that it's grief, it's hurting to them. So they say, you made me mad. And in that moment, we revert back to our childhood and we stop using the words that we know so well. And we just say, I'm mad. Instead of feeling the grief that comes with what happens. Thank you, Lord. So if my grief is telling me, yeah, we're frustrated and we don't know any other word to give it. And because we don't know any other word to give it, then it makes it difficult for us to move past it. Does that, y'all with me? Because I don't know how to say I'm grieving. This hurts me emotionally. I'm not really mad. I'm hurt. But because we have to be vulnerable enough to say I'm hurt, and we can't say that because we got to be hard. We got to be muscle man or woman. So you say you're mad. When it's really grief. So anger equals grief. And I need you to do that. So in here it's called the Wheel of Life. We're going to call it the Circle of Me inside of my workbook. And mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, where are you holding anger at and with whom? And then gray it in. Right. And listen, y'all know what I learned a long time ago? I don't mind being a crybaby. If y'all been with me for a while, y'all have seen me ugly cry here on this show. You have seen me cry. You have seen me work through some things. This month, we're celebrating 4 years of the Fearless Morning Show. A to the men. It is okay to cry. It is okay to acknowledge that I hurt. I feel grief over this thing. It's okay to be silent until you find the words that can articulate how it is that you're feeling, instead of putting a blanket on it and say, oh, girl, I'm mad. I'm frustrated. No, it's grief wrapped up in there. It's hurt. Well, congratulations, Miss Margaret, on your 4-year anniversary. Good morning, Miss Stevens. So today, can we jerk back the covers? Can we pull them back and say, this is grief. This hurts. And if y'all been with me, we talked about this maybe last month, where I did the exercise of where I wrote out, where we're always saying, I'll get over it. I ain't got time to worry about it because I got this, and this to do. I'll do it. I got this. But we never deal with how we feel. And now we have anger, frustration, hurt, and grief all tied up into one. But when you sit still, it's really grief. Absolutely, Miss Romaine. And let me tell you something. Until I find the words, I'm silent. I do not want to misrepresent myself by giving you words that are not true to me. Because see, when I'm hurt, when I'm mad, and when I'm angry, this is not working. So this says whatever it wants. And I am mindful of the words that are coming out of my mouth. I honor the words that I think. I honor the words that I want to share with you. So I'm going to sit silently until I can articulate what it is. Now, listen, we've all been 38 hot before. We've all been mad to the point where you just want to, you got some comebacks to the comebacks to the comebacks. But am I mad and frustrated, or am I hurt? Me too. Listen, I will go somewhere and I will sit down and I will cry. And I ain't talking about, I'm just going to let some tears fall. I'm going to snot it out. And I'm going to allow my body to feel the grief. And I'm going to release the anger and frustration that I'm holding on to that's not real, because I just invented it because it's grief. And now my anger is grief. What really is the other, I don't want to hold it. It's the other way around. I've allowed my grief to become anger because I don't know how to use my words. So what we're doing today is we are expanding your beliefs about what is available to you in all areas of your life. So what we're expanding today is our belief about anger and grief. It's about frustration. It is about hurt. It is about all the things that we have bottled up that we've never allowed ourselves to feel. So if you grew up in a rough household, you didn't have time to really grieve or feel any emotion. You was in survival mode your whole life. And then you went away to school, still survival mode. Became a single mother, extra survival mode. You married an abuser, extreme survival mode. You left the abuser, lived in the streets, triple survival mode. You try to find stability, still survival mode. You got your education, you got a good paying job. Now survival mode is all you know because you've lived it since the day you entered this earth. And because it's all you've known, it's hard to release it. It's hard to take it from here to here because you've been doing it for so long. When you take it down here, we talked about that yesterday, the chain of pain. You've been carrying that chain of struggle. You've been carrying that chain of survivor, of anger, of frustration, of I am really hurting on the inside, but I don't have time to acknowledge it. And friend, if you don't have time to acknowledge it, what happens is it will fester. You will become the environment that you said you don't like. You will become the parent that you said you would never be. You will say the words that you said, I would never say that to anybody because that hurt me. Right, Margaret? even if you're still alive and kicking. So in your survivor mode lives anger, frustration, fear, depression, anxiety, ego. I'm gonna keep doing because ain't nobody do it for me. I ain't bitterness, right, Laura? I'm just going because it ain't been nobody but me and my kids. That's grief wrapped up in anger. And go back and watch yesterday's show. That chain of pain is exhausting. It is so exhausting. Carrying this grief, saying this anger is exhausting. So on this most amazing day, here's your square exercise. Yes, it's absolutely heavy. Listen, I don't often suggest y'all get something, but I promise you want to get this workbook. Margaret, have you been working it? Margaret, what do you think about the workbook? Margaret was at Sister Rise Retreat. I really suggest you get this workbook, page 15, square up exercise. If you had the courage to change one thing now, what would it be? And let's focus on just the emotional square. What emotion, what grief, what hurt can I change? Can I release right now? That ain't mine to carry. Sit with that for a minute. Don't try to be like, ooh, let me think of something good. Nope. Think of something real small. I want you to start with the small and then build yourself up to the big. Thank you, Margaret. Let me tell you something. It's hard to keep feeling good when you spend most of your life feeling bad. And you'll affect your subconscious mind by your verbal repetition. So the thing that you say over and over and over and over again affects your mind. And that presents you as reality. So when you try to change, it's hard. But today, friend, we are acknowledging and expanding our beliefs about what is available to us in all areas of our life. So if there is life past the grief, right? There's life past crazy and chaos. We are introducing ourselves to a whole nother realm of believing, a whole nother realm of belief systems. If you had the courage, and listen, I'm holding a space for you today. If you need some courage today to address one thing, I got you. I'm holding a space for you today. Because we got good vibes. Only good vibes. So think about the thing that you assume is anger and ask yourself, is it really grief today? Is it really grief? I sat with my anger long enough until she told me her name was grief. Let me type that in so somebody can see it. I sat with my anger long enough until she told me her name was grief. So on this great day, and I want you to have the most amazing day ever because I want you to be peaceful, period, because there's nothing after that. I want you to open up your mind to the possibility of the things today because we're expanding what we know about ourselves. We're expanding what we know about ourselves because we're standing at the gate. Respectfully, we must stand at the gate and ask ourselves to begin this new journey. To begin this new journey is to say, I'm acknowledging this is grief, this is hurt, this is painful. It may not necessarily be anger. I just need to move and deal with the emotion of it. I need to drop that chain of pain. I need to cut through that. So on this most amazing day, and it's going to be a good day. I want to leave you with this little intro to the book, to the workbook. When you're ready to find your power, breathe in, then breathe out. You can do this anywhere, anytime you need it. As you breathe in, relax your body and mind. With every breath in, you're bringing new energy into you. And as you breathe out, feel the energy of your body getting stronger and more powerful. Absolutely, Margaret. Sometimes we don't know what to do with them. So if we're respectfully standing at the gate, asking ourselves to begin this new journey, as we breathe in this new power that we're fixing to harness, we're going to understand that sometimes grief is wrapped up in anger, and we're really not mad. We're grieving. We're hurt. We don't know what to do. We're so emotional. Sit with that for a minute. Don't rush it. Take one thing. If you had the courage today, and this is our square up exercise, if you have the courage today to change one thing now, what would it be? Let's stay in the emotional square. I feel grief, hurt about this. And then tell yourself how it became anger. The answer, friend, the answer is there. The answer has always been there. We've just been busy. I can't worry about that right now because, I got to take care of these kids. I can't worry about that right now because, I got church, I got kids, I got a husband, I got a man, a boo thing, I got a job, I got a career, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm trying to save the world. I'm trying to be a good daughter. I'm trying to be a good mama. I got to be an aunt. I got to be a cousin, honey. I got to be a girlfriend. And then I got to show up and be a good worker. And you got all of that. Somewhere at the bottom is grief, and you get angry and frustrated more and more and more. So today, we're expanding your beliefs about what is available to you in all areas of your life. And we're acknowledging that grief is anger, that anger is grief. Take a minute and feel it. Cry. Let me tell you, I will cry in a minute and release whatever frustration I am feeling, whatever hurt I'm feeling. And then I can decide, am I really angry about it? There are absolutely many stages to grief. The thought of the day. I sat with my anger long enough until she told me her name was grief. Sit with it. Listen to it. Don't be afraid of what you're about to hear. What they about to say. So on this most amazing day, please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them up to the YouTube channel. If you would like a Sister Rise mug, today we have lemon in here. It says Sister Rise. I put the link in right there for you. If you would like a Sister Rise bag, you can check them out. If you would like the Sister Rise workbook, I'm going to put it here. Now listen, the workbook is if you're ready to do the work. Okay? It's if you're ready to do the work. You can as soon as you pay for it, you can download it. I had it printed out, so you can do whatever you like to it. That's up to you. So on this most amazing day, I want you to be peaceful, period, because there's nothing after that, okay? Sit with your anger today. Sit with your grief. Sit with, y'all, and when I did this exercise in my journal, I cried like 6 pages. I was just crying front and back because I realized what I thought was anger and frustration was really grief about how someone made me feel. A parent, a loved one, a couple of husbands, how they made me feel. It was hurt. It wasn't anger. Hurt, if you hold on to it long enough, becomes anger and frustration and fear and anxiety and all the things and overwhelm. Let's get it down to the basics and let's look at the grief of the thing. So on this great, most amazing day, please be peaceful, period. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, we have the YouTube channel. Please subscribe. We have the podcast, Apple, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora. We have 8 books, y'all. How I forgot I wrote a book last year. I don't know, but we got 8 books. I thought I wrote 3 books last year. I actually wrote 4. This year, we're going to finish the world. We're going to finish the book, the year with Circle of Me. That's the next book. We have movies with Mr. Tommy Ford the last time. So if they don't want to read the books, they don't want to watch the podcast, the YouTube channel, they can watch the movie. They want to do any of that, tell them I said have the most amazing day ever. Sit with that grief. Figure out what it is. Good morning, my friend. Sit with it. Don't allow grief to become anger. Don't allow it to stop you. Absolutely. Laura. Today, you're expanding your belief about what is available to you in all areas of your life. The second quote, you affect your subconscious mind by your verbal repetition. And that's by W. Clement Stone. And it's hard, y'all, to keep feeling good about a thing because you felt bad for so long. That's why grandma don't know how to be positive because she's been negative her whole life. She don't know how to be happy, and you can't be angry with her. That has been her life. But you need to ask yourself, is that fixing to be your life? Is that what you want for you? And the thought of the day, anger is grief. I sat with my anger long enough until she told me her name was grief. Sit with it today. I hope this has helped somebody today, guys. Let me tell you, it has helped me. I did this exercise myself, and let me tell you, it will free up some space inside of you. So on this great day, have a good one. Hope you have the most amazing week. And I'll see you guys here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.